If you're pregnant but you don't have benefits through an employer, where does that leave you? Well, in today's podcast, we're going to be helping a new mom figure out what options are available to her. Brielle writes, a few weeks ago, I found out I'm pregnant. Completely unexpected. Yes, we know where babies come from. We're absolutely thrilled. The only hiccup is our job situation. We've been working contract jobs, and unfortunately, mine just ended without an extension. My husband's contract is ongoing, but it doesn't offer any health insurance or benefits. Needless to say, we're feeling a little overwhelmed about the financial side of things, especially with all the medical costs and whatnot that come with pregnancy, until I can find something else, hopefully with benefits. I know that there are programs out there to help low-income families, but I'm a little bit lost on where to even begin. A little guidance would be a huge relief. Thanks in advance. Before we answer Brielle's question, if this is your first time here, my name is Brianna, fellow mom and money coach, and here we talk about real money and real life. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into today's conversation. Brielle, there are several programs that may be available to you, but they vary widely by state. Today, I'm just going to cover the main federal programs, but make sure you keep in mind that you may also want to look into local resources in your area. Now, with all federal programs, there's usually certain eligibility requirements which are going to vary drastically. Some of them may be based on income, others may look at other types of circumstances, but with all, you're typically going to have some sort of application process. So just be aware that there are specific situations and circumstances around them that may be a little different with each one. The first program is Medicaid. Now, this is a federal and state program, and it's for low-income families and individuals. And eligibility requirements vary drastically by state, but pregnancy often qualifies you for coverage. Medicaid offers health insurance coverage for those people that qualify for this program, and it helps by covering pregnancy-related health care such as prenatal care, delivery, postpartum, all that's typically involved with pregnancy and birth. You can find your specific state's Medicaid details by going to Medicaid.org, and I know I'm going to be throwing out a lot of information at you, so don't worry, I'll have it all linked in the description below. The next program is called Women's, Infants, and Children, often usually referred to as WIC. This is a federal grant program specifically for low-income pregnant women, new mothers, and young children. It provides supplemental food, nutrition education, and breastfeeding support, so if that's something that you may need as your new baby is born, it's great to have that option and you know right where you can go to get it. WIC also helps by ensuring access to healthy foods like milk, eggs, cereal, cheese, fruits, and vegetables for the people that qualify for the program. And your local WIC program is obviously going to be the best place for you to go. And to get connected with the one in your area, you'll want to go to USDA.gov. The next federal program is called the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, often referred to as SNAP. Now, it is similar to WIC, but there are slight differences. Again, how I mentioned at the beginning, like they're all going to have different variables and possibly like eligibility requirements. So SNAP was formerly known or referred to as food stamps. They're trying to shy away from that term and use more of that SNAP terminology. Now, SNAP is typically for low-income families and individuals, but pregnant women, unemployed individuals, and families with children are typically prioritized for benefits. SNAP helps by providing financial assistance to help individuals or families or whoever qualifies purchase groceries, very similar to WIC, but with WIC, there's only certain things that you can purchase, whereas with SNAP, types of groceries you can buy are a little bit more wide and varied. But you can find details for SNAP at benefits.gov. The fourth option through the federal government is called Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, often referred to as TANF. This is a federally funded program for low-income families with children. Now, pregnant women in their last trimester of pregnancy might also qualify for benefits since, your birth is intimate. So if this is something that you're still needing at this point in your pregnancy, definitely look to see if you may qualify for this program. So this provides temporary financial assistance, but you can find details about each state's TANF program, again, at benefits.gov. I highly encourage you to connect with your local social services program, as they may have other resources or options available in your state or in your, local area. Even though it can be very overwhelming applying for all of these different programs and finding out the best option or fit for you, I'm sure that they'll be able to point you in the direction of which one makes sense based off of your specific circumstances. If you come across another program or know of one I didn't mention, please drop it in the details below to help any other expecting moms navigating a similar situation. Once you are working with a new employer, even though they may offer benefits, that may not necessarily mean that you'll become eligible. So make sure you watch this video next, where I go into all of the details that you want to clarify specifically with that HR department. Until we hang out again, create your own heart home.